Welcome to 3 to 105 podcast. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Pull up to the table.
Good morning, friends.
I'm Renika. These are my
I'm
girls.
Tony.
I'm Star.
I'm Tam.
I don't think we reintroduced ourselves on
Last
our
time.
intro
Last
show,
time
huh?
we didn't.
We just
We
jumped right in and just started.
But that's
telling
how it
all
goes.
our business.
Yeah, that's how it
That's
goes.
generally
But
how
they
it
should
goes.
at least know a little bit something about us before we just. Well, anyway, the last show, if you didn't check it out, you can go back and check it out. We were really, really just trying to come in and just let y'all know who we were. But we got to talking, and all of a sudden, y'all knew more about us than we was trying to share on the first show. But don't worry.
Definitely true.
As time goes on, you will get to know a whole lot about this crew. We are a group of friends that have come together and decided that a lot of the times we just sit and talk, and some of the info that we talk about, we know that you guys can relate to. So we just want to make sure that we pull you in as family. If you have any questions, make sure you put it down in the chat, but don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? All right, so ladies, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about friends and
Friendships. What about
friendships.
your friends?
What about your friends?
I mean, mine is sitting right here.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? But I do know that we have other friendships outside of this little group right here. So a lot of the times when we talk about having friendships, people use the word friend like loosely.
Very
a lot.
loosely. Yeah.
And I
I've
know we
never
did
used
that
the
growing
word
up.
loosely.
You know,
Absolutely.
growing up, we had like 15, 16 best friends.
Hey,
we
best
didn't even
friend.
understand.
No, that wasn't you?
That was
Oh,
me.
okay.
I never used the word loosely.
Well,
no.
you know, the new thing now is, hey, sis. And it's like,
Yes.
what does that really mean?
I don't know.
Yes.
Because I ain't everybody's sis.
Right.
And I've
And I'm not
allowed myself
everybody's
to be
friend
some
or
sis to
everyone.
some people that I should not have been anybody's sis
Absolutely.
to.
Me
I know
too.
y'all can definitely relate
Absolutely.
to
Yes.
that.
I try to
Absolutely.
vet my friends very well because everyone is
So
not
you've
your
been
friend.
grown all your little old life because let me tell you, not me. If they like
About
me, then I
five with a
like
pocketbook.
them. See what I'm saying?
With her $2.
$2 in the
My mama
pocketbook.
always said, keep $2 in your purse. I didn't really start getting purses until late, so I can't really
Oh,
relate.
my
But
with
you see the
that.
one who has the person, so I
I
don't
mean,
know.
which-
check
Always.
the bag. Y'all see it.
Yeah.
Y'all see
Yes.
it. It's cool.
Always gonna have it.
Always,
Yes.
always.
So, okay, so how do you guys feel about the friendships that you grew up with? The people that have been around and maybe they're not around as much, but you still call them your best friends.
Okay, so I don't still
Okay.
call them my best friends from back in the day. I will say this. Facebook allowed me to reunite with a lot of people that I had lost touch with because
Mhm.
I moved from Detroit when I was very, very young. So my best friends from Detroit, I really lost contact with. I did not reconnect with her until I want to say it's been maybe like a good 10 years. By that time, she's grown, she's married, she has kids.
Mhm.
I didn't know anything about what was going on in her life. We kind of got caught up a little bit, but that was my childhood best friend in Detroit. I moved to California. I had another best friend, but I also have to say that a lot of my best friends came from my aunt's friend who had a kid, brought him
Mhm.
around. This is the person I'm around all the time.
Right.
The cousins.
So,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
the cousins that
Kind
are
of like our kids right
kids.
now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So, you know, there are certain women that I gravitated to when I was younger, even and when I moved to California, but then they left. You know, one of them
Right.
moved to Texas, another one moved not out of California, but out to Moreno Valley. So it took some time for me to reestablish friendships with certain people. So I do
That
keep in
makes sense.
touch with a lot of people from my
Mhm.
past. And at some point in time, I did consider them my best friends. They were the ones that I was growing up with at the time. But
Right.
in adulthood, we're just friends. We're just,
Yeah.
I don't want to say associates because I still have a connection.
Right.
You know, there
Yeah, and
was
there's
no
still love there. There's still,
Mhm.
But-
genuine love.
I don't feel like I know enough about them. I don't feel like I share myself with them like I do with folks that I really consider in my village.
Right.
I know if I called them, they could be somebody I could talk to.
Right.
But I don't feel like they would ever be the person that I call to talk to because I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't know where we stand. I don't know if my secrets are safe with you.
Right.
So I don't still have those best friends from childhood. The best friend that I do have, although we went to high school together, we weren't friends in high school. We knew one another. We didn't become friends until it was time for us to plan our 10-year class reunion.
Really?
wow.
That's
Okay.
when we got really, really close. But prior to that, for a long time, I didn't have a best friend. I had friends. I had
Okay.
people I could hang out with. But I didn't have a best friend from probably college, sometime in college. I actually can't even tell y'all when was the last time prior to that that I had somebody where I said, "This is my best
Best
friend."
friend.
I had a sis.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a best friend though. So shout out to all my besties that I have now because
Hey,
I
period.
I definitely do cherish friendships more in adulthood. I look at friendships different in
Mm-hmm.
adulthood than I did before. Now it's really about who's got your back, who's gonna ride with you for whatever, who's gonna cry with
Yeah,
you,
who's
who's
The
gonna
gonna
be
be
there?
intimacy
there.
is way different as
Yeah,
an
as
adult.
an adult, for
Growing
sure.
up, you're learning yourself. You don't really know. You're trying to navigate who you are as a person. So
Yeah.
trying to understand how to be a friend is a lot different, right?
Yeah.
So when you grow up, you're going through marriages, you're going through breakups, you're going through work
Children.
issues, children,
Yeah.
everything. So the intimacy in those friendships, because you're talking about real life at this point, right? Hey, I can't come to brunch because I can't pay for this. Hey,
And
my
I better not ever hear that from y'all.
Well, I don't have a babysitter.
I'm telling you
or-
right
yeah,
now.
like,
I don't have
We
Yeah.
don't do that. When Jalen was
Yeah.
a baby and somebody called and said, "Hey, we going out." Jalen was in a high chair with his apple juice sippy cup, and I was over here with whatever it was. We was going.
Jada was
I
a
didn't-
Taco Tuesday baby, okay?
Yes.
Hey, Taco Tuesday, El Torritos. We there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel that, it's definitely about who you can really be yourself around, who you can. I mean, you could be the goofiest person, the serious person. You could be an emotional
It's just
person
being accepted for who you are,
for who
Yeah.
you
as
are.
as a whole.
Now,
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Okay.
If you have somebody in your friend group and they're not exactly the type of person that you would have friended,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still kind of in that group, do you learn how to accept them for who they are? Or do you keep them at arm's distance, even though they're a part of a group that you're with?
I think you
Like,
have to figure out if that is someone that you want to be a friend to, and if that's someone that you want to be a friend to you as well. Because ultimately, building a friendship requires intention on both parts. So you either are going to rock with this person and be a friend. That's why I don't use the word loosely. Or like, that's just not my cup of tea. But I can still be around you. I can still be cordial. We can still hang in a group setting. But I know that I would not be like that person for you. Friends
Yeah.
outside. So you have to
I'm an
see
observer.
where.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
sit
have to
back,
sit
yeah.
back and watch first just to see how this person is acting around a group of people. But then there's also the moments where we're together by ourselves and just to see what that looks like.
Right, I need to see Yeah. how you handle your own friends, people that actually call you their friend. So if
Mhm.
you're mishandling your own friends, then I know that you would never be a friend to me.
what if you never see them with their own friends? Like,
Then how I see you in the first place?
I mean,
Where you come from?
How you get here?
yeah.
Oh.
I do think that though friendship requires like some sort of trust. Um I'm like very antisocial by nature, so I do not make friends easily. I do not trust people easily, so that when I do have friends, like they're really truly my
Mhm.
friends.
Right.
Like
Right.
so sometimes, when I think like when I first started hanging around, a lot of women, like, my husband used to say, like, go out, do something. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no. Like,
I'm like, no,
no,
absolutely not.
no. Like, I'm okay, just being by myself because I felt like it was just more stress, to have people around that you didn't trust. Whereas, like, now I have a good group of women that nobody's competing with each other. No
Right.
one is, you know, looking at the other one in envy. And, you know, I could literally just trust every person that I have around me,
Mhm.
you know?
And that's a good feeling. That
Yeah.
is, like,
Absolutely.
to feel
Absolutely.
safe with
Yeah.
your friend
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like anything from vacations, like I really just I would go to the end of the world with y'all.
Girl,
I
don't make me
mean,
cry.
you know, we gotta put that on our bucket list. End of the world.
Down at the bottom.
See what that looks like.
3 to 105.
Spaceship end of the world. That's literally the last trip. Going to the end of the world.
Yeah.
I think we need to plan another girls trip too. We've been talking about it. It's yet
Yeah.
to make its way out of the group chat.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
But I definitely I love those moments when we just get to hang out, be silly, enjoy
Yeah.
life, unwind, decompress,
Yes.
drink.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah.
the case.
Right.
I know, for real. I haven't had like, you know, a real good sip. Y'all see my gummy bears? I enjoy having my gummy bears inside my drink because I feel like it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Mhm.
At the end of
Mhm.
it, yeah, I'm just gonna.
You say at the end of it, it
That's-
gives me a little
that's-
spark.
This is good though.
That's
This is James
true.
Harden.
Yes, it is.
Prosecco.
And it is
Prosecco,
very
yes,
good. Very good.
I don't
Nice,
think I've
crisp,
had that
bubbly,
before, but
cute.
You don't have no bubble. Okay.
All
She
right.
has her mocktail.
mocktails are
Yes,
acceptable.
absolutely.
Mocktails are definitely acceptable.
Absolutely.
We're not
She's the
judging.
responsible one.
I gotta drive all y'all home.
We appreciate it.
We definitely do. So now, what happens when friendships turn sour? When something happens in that friendship that you thought was so close, so tight, y'all was in that deep, and you get betrayed. How
So-
do you handle that?
So for me, I will never. I'm not gonna share your secrets. So whatever was between us during the friendship is still between us during the friendship, because it's not my place to share your secrets. Those were shared with me in a safe space. However, I will unfriend you. I will stop talking to you. I will remove myself from the friendship, and that's mainly to preserve myself. I don't
Protect
choose.
your peace.
Yeah, exactly. I
Mhm.
don't choose to be around people who do not mean me well, if that makes sense. Who do not mean well. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me. And that's just pretty much how I've always been. Yeah, that's once it's over, I mean it's over. I've
But
I've
do
had to
you
learn that.
do you try to
No.
try to make them?
because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I don't try to make amends. Because in this particular situation, your question was if you were betrayed.
Mhm.
Being betrayed is something different than us having a disagreement about something or having a falling out about something. Being betrayed is completely different. If you betray me, there's nothing. I will never look at you the same. That's
Okay.
just the end of it for me.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get to that point because I'm one who I'm going to give you chance after chance after chance because, okay, maybe they're going through something. Maybe I don't know, but you know.
But I can go through something as a friend and
Mhm.
still not betray you as my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
betrayal
how-
is that's a big word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But betrayal can mean so much, right?
Yeah, and if you're my
Depending on
friend,
what
you're
it
already
is.
gonna know what I'm going through.
True.
We're already going to be talking about it, or whatever whatever I'm going through, you will generally know, right? So I think that there's space and grace when your
Mhm.
friends are going through things because you know they're going through things. They may be emotional, or they may, I don't know. There just may be a grand
Life be lifing.
Yeah, exactly. Life be lifing. But I'm definitely not going to go through something and betray my friends. That's not
Yeah.
something that that's not something I do.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that's difficult, especially with me, is because like when I make friends, like you're kind of like my family. Like I
Right,
don't
yeah.
really
exactly.
have a separation between like a friend and a family.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we
You-
all mix. Look at
Yeah.
us now, like literally.
Yeah.
Everybody's mom and
Mama,
everybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
like kids, and like we all are going places together. It's like one giant
Yeah.
family.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And that's really the hardest part for me, especially like I've had several groups of friends growing up. I mean, I have one friend from elementary school or junior high school, and she's probably my longest friend.
Mhm.
I mean, we still talk, not every day, more like monthly.
Mhm.
But it's just one of those things that just will never be different. Like I
Mhm.
don't see it ever being,
Different, yeah.
yeah, I don't see her ever not being a part of my life, my kids' life, but outside of that, like all the friends that I've had since 20 years, they've all done something. Like even I've had a group where when I first met my husband, we were all really really close. It was like three of us, three others. So my sister and then two other girls, and he used to call us like the fearsome foursome because we would like always be together. One is my daughter's technically her godmother, and we don't talk at all anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the things that just took me away from having friends with women is because like we just the way that we ended was just terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
So those are the things that would stop me from wanting to have friends.
And nobody really talks about that. Like, friendship breakups are harder
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, it is grief. You literally bereave
You're
the friendship
grieving
too.
your friendships. Yeah, you really do.
It's
And
like
it's
a death.
hard because
Yeah.
you have so many memories with these people.
Mhm.
You've grown with these people. They do know some of the secrets
Yeah.
that, you're taking to your grave. And it's like, I share these experiences with you and you're no longer a part of my
Yeah.
life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I have women that were there for me from, having kids and
Yeah.
losing grandparents and all that, and then out of the blue it's like, wow, we don't even
Yeah,
talk
we don't
anymore.
talk anymore.
Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So I don't think anybody talks about that enough.
Yeah.
Like, those friendships hurt, those breakups
Yeah,
hurt,
they do.
Right.
and then it kind of prevents you from going into
Yeah.
other friendships. Like you
Right.
said,
Yeah,
it made you look
definitely
at
does.
women friendships a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I've
yeah.
literally had some friendships where I have no idea why we don't talk anymore.
Mm.
Like, literally, we were talking on Tuesday, and by Friday,
Ooh.
no idea why.
Well, that's kind of close.
they-
Yeah.
Like, it's almost
Yeah.
like you could, if a long period of time has gone by, then I'll probably forget. Like, oh, okay, what? Well, like,
What
where was
happened?
that? But
No, I
not that
literally
fast
had,
for me.
there was literally a girl who reached out to me before my mom's mother passed away. I got a text from her. Hey sis, we're praying for you. We love you. We got you. Blah blah blah. And that was in like July.
She
By
said, my mom's mother.
August.
Your grandma?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My grandma, but I had to specify which one.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But by August, I see this person like, hey, how you doing? And they like, hey.
Okay.
I was like, oh,
Shade? What's going on?
I think I must have misunderstood that. Hey, let me try this again. So I go up to them. Yeah,
Let me try it
because
again,
you know me. I need to clarify that
Right.
this is really what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
I go up to them and give them a hug. Hey, how you doing? I got like a side hug. Hey, what's up? Now let me tell you something about me. If I'm not effing with you no more, you're not getting a side hug. You're not getting a
Yeah.
nothing. So that's where the confusion came in, because I'm like, okay, we still got a hey. It was an ugly one, but we still got it. We still got this side hug, but you still touch me, because I wouldn't have done that. So now in my mind, I'm confused. Like, what
What's going
is
on?
happening
Right,
here?
yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just let it slide. I'll reach out to them later on. I reached out later on, and I didn't have their number no more.
Oh,
Like,
Hey, you
phone,
were blocked?
phone
You went
number,
green?
phone
went
number
green?
changed.
She wouldn't know
Going
nothing
green
about
is
it.
like
She wouldn't know nothing about that.
You know
I don't.
Android.
I don't.
Android.
I don't.
and she's
Android.
green all the time. Oh, you're right.
That's what we doing? That's what we doing?
okay.
I do have an iPhone. Whole nother story. We'll get into that. I'm still paying for that, but that's a whole nother topic. But I'm just saying,
And she chooses to be green. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
green is this color of
No,
money.
but your favorite color is blue, so that's
Period.
Right.
So
And that's why I'm wearing
we
it.
still
But
Shout
don't
out
get
to
it.
I can
iPhone.
show up on your phone. You know what I'm
We
saying?
still don't get it. We don't get it.
Do my messages still come through? That's all
Sometimes.
that
Sometimes.
matters.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, if you don't get it, then you just missed the Usher concert, okay? You just
I
missed
didn't
the
miss that,
opportunity.
though. I did not miss that.
That would have came through. Hey, can't complain.
It came through so
Not a
fast.
paper
I
plane.
answered so fast.
But it's just those situations where you're like, and I don't like having my brain wrecked trying to figure out what
Yeah.
happened.
Absolutely.
And so
Yeah.
it took me a minute, and then literally I had to tell myself, like, if they're not gonna tell you what happened and you don't know what happened, this
Then
is
it's not
God's
you.
way of removing
Yeah.
somebody from your life that didn't need to be there. And I found so much peace in just having that conversation with myself
Yeah.
that I wasn't concerned about it anymore. Now, I don't wish anything bad for that person.
Right.
When I hear
Right.
bad things, I'm still, like, dang,
Right,
that's,
dang,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because it wasn't like something really happened that I know.
Well, you don't even know what happened. So
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
another
That
thing.
I know.
Like,
And
clearly it's them and not you.
Or it
Per
could
se.
be-
It
it
could
could
be
have
you,
been
but if they
me.
don't address it, they don't tell you, then you'll never know.
Exactly. So, I get the mourning friendships. I didn't have the opportunity to really mourn that one because, like,
What are you mourning?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Besides not talking anymore?
I just feel like in certain situations, if you need to remove yourself from my life for your peace,
Yeah.
I am
I'm
okay with
it.
that.
Mhm.
And that clearly must have been the situation. But again, I don't wish them any ill will. I'm happy for whatever it is that's going on in their
Right.
life. I'm sad for whatever it is that is ailing them because, again, I don't have an issue with you. Your issue is with me. But those situations, they can have you questioning friendships as a whole because you're
Mhm.
like, I thought this was a friendship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So was I wrong? Was this never a friendship? Did I look at it like
See,
it
that's
was?
why it takes me so long to use the word friend.
Yeah.
That's why I don't use it
You
loosely.
called me a friend like the second day.
Did
so.
you?
but
I'm just nice like that. I'm nice like
sometimes
that.
you do just
You just
click.
click. Right.
Sometimes, and then it's like, hey friend,
Hey, friend.
But we also say hey friend to everybody.
I got that from the kids.
I got that
because-
from y'all. No, you know what? No, I got it from Star. Because Star always tells me, hey friend. Yes. And then I was like, hey friend. And then it was big friend, little friend, bigger friend, everybody. My whole house.
Everybody knows who they are when
Yes.
I address them
Yes.
as friends.
Everybody has their own name.
Everybody has their own way that I say friend when they know I'm talking
Yes.
about them. I mean,
It's
Like
a,
your
it's a
little
term
friend.
of endearment.
Your
little
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
That's when you
definitely
throwing
is.
shade. Oh, you
Yeah,
see a
your
little
little
friend,
friend over
friend?
there.
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes it is just your little friend over there. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But it's just it's those situations where you can sometimes just be left puzzled, and it makes you question friendships.
Mhm.
It
Sure.
makes you question whether you really understand the concept of pulling somebody into your circle and calling them your friend, making them your friend. And then you start looking at all of your friendships
Yeah.
in certain situations like, well, dang, okay, this one was super close to me
Mhm.
and this happened. So
Yeah.
I haven't talked to her in like months. Are we not friends anymore?
Right. Sometimes you don't know how to be a friend. At what point do you actually learn how to be a friend to someone else? Because how can you receive friendship if you don't know actually how to give
You also have
friendship
to learn the
somebody?
person too, though,
Right.
because every person requires something different,
Something
right?
different.
So
Exactly.
I have a friend who is one of my longest friends, and I do call her one of my best friends.
Mhm.
But it's because every time we're around each other, I feel like a kid again.
Mhm.
Like I can literally let my hair down. I know she's not judging me.
Mhm.
If I cry, automatically she's crying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She doesn't even have to know what it is. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that I'm hurting
Right.
Yeah.
or
Exactly.
I'm happy, and she's like,
happy too.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, right?
Yeah.
And we don't talk every day, but it's the simple fact that I know if I call her just to vent about something,
Mhm.
okay, cool, what you need? I'm gonna come over.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. But I also have friends that, hey, I just need you to pray for me.
Mhm.
I have a friend that, hey, you want to go out to eat? That don't mean that we're super close. She may not know what's going on in my life,
Mhm.
but it's just the,
Yeah.
hey, I need to get out the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the friendships that I'm talking about, real life stuff, those are my best friends. Those are the ones where I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm going through it.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We crying in the airport.
Over
salad.
salad.
Over salad.
Almost
And
missed
it's
the
almost-
flight.
almost missed the flight. Crying at the gate.
I don't even
Oh
understand.
my goodness! At the gate, one literally
At the
behind the
gate.
gate.
One
is like
smart person
right here.
saved
Yeah.
us
Thank you.
because I would have still been there crying.
Yeah.
She had
over
been
salad.
drinking on that one.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where you were at with that.
What
You were
wait,
trying
what
with us. I'm saying you're the one who's usually the one saying, "Hey, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Let's
Yeah.
do it."
Literally, I just got up to see how much longer we had, and I got over there, and it was empty. And I'm like, hold on.
We're like, grab your stuff. Grab your stuff.
Wait, that's our flight, right? I'm looking at the time
my
like,
God.
oh,
Would you look at that?
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to shout out that salad. It was an amazing
It
salad.
was.
Not worth missing your flight.
Mm-mm.
But it was delicious. But that's what I'm saying with friendships. Like, we were so caught up in what we were talking about. And I think there was a very emotional situation going on at that time. And so we're consoling one another. We're talking, and we got so deep into that conversation that everything outside
Of what was going on.
It didn't feel like we were at the airport.
No,
at
It
that
didn't.
moment.
absolutely didn't.
And it definitely didn't feel like we was about to miss our flight. But I was not
because
ready
we
to
were
call
sitting there. No.
and tell my husband that we were sitting next to the gate
and missed our flight.
that flight.
Yeah.
No,
But I think that's a testament, though, to I think that's around the time that we just clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That is
Definitely.
definitely it.
around one of the times when we realized like that our friendship group was like getting stronger,
These are my girls.
and like
Yeah.
we did have more trust for each other. Being able to speak about something that even one of us is emotional about, and all of us feel that deep emotion
Right.
for it, is like it's like that's when you really realize somebody's your friend, when you
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
realize like this is not just probably not my friend but my sister, like my somebody I can trust with
Yeah.
anything
I can
that
trust
have
with
to
my
say.
emotions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So
A
I
song
think that's
came to mind.
around one of the times when we
that
I can
That was
look
definitely. I feel
was
like
it.
that was.
yeah,
That was
I
it.
can look back on
Mhm.
that
That
day
was
or
it.
that trip, and I really feel like that's around when
Yeah.
we became like super close.
The conversations, the text messages, everything after that was just like, all right, these are my people.
Yeah,
This-
right.
This is it.
Yeah, like just
Found 'em.
yeah, and like it's always just a vibe. We're just somebody don't want to do nothing cool. Yeah,
Yes.
like there's never any like drama. No, she didn't want to do this and I want to do that. No,
Right.
it's just like
Just like, all right,
okay,
she don't feel like it. Cool.
yeah,
And then the person that don't feel like it, like, do your thing.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Tam is always like, I got everybody's bag. I'm gonna watch everybody's stuff. Y'all go head out there in that
Right.
water.
Where
You
the
gonna
sharks
do your
be
thing.
at.
Right. You gonna do your thing. I got it all
Y'all
covered.
hiking?
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
I'ma watch your stuff.
I'm gonna watch your stuff. Yeah. I might go through somebody's purse, possibly.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
She went through my purse. Yeah. She went through my purse.
Listen, that day you could have had $1 million in your purse, and I would not have known.
It would have been better. I was the safest $1 million ever that day.
Right.
She had no
That's
idea.
when I knew we were friends.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Les was like, "Is that your purse?" I was like, "Is it? I don't know." He was like, "That is not your purse. You did not have games." You're right.
I did have games in the purse.
She does carry the games. in
You
her
know
purse,
what? That
so
is
we
true.
appreciate it,
I
though.
feel-
Yeah, we always
She's our game
appreciate the
girl.
games.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we gonna have some fun.
Oh,
if
absolutely.
nothing else,
Absolutely.
we're gonna have some fun because she gonna have some games in
Mhm.
her purse. Like, it's too quiet in here. Let's go ahead and
Yeah,
put
let's
it
pull
in.
it out.
We
The
gonna
fun
play
thing is that
games
we
in the
all like
hotel.
to play games.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. We definitely do. Hotel lobby.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
No matter where we are.
We
gonna play a
gonna
game.
have a good time. But it's, for me, I guess I can be a little naive in certain situations in friendships. I can overthink things in the friendships, especially those that I really hold dear to me. Because for me, I don't ever want to be viewed as somebody who is intentionally doing things in the friendship to hurt somebody. That's never my intention. And I get sometimes it happens.
But I don't think anybody feels that. Well, I would hope that none of us, I know that none of us feel that that you or either one of us are intentionally doing anything to harm the other. Whether or not
In this group,
something-
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether or
And
not
I
something
know.
happens
I think
that
she feels like that because she's very like she will say
She's
What's on
blunt.
her mind?
Yeah,
She's
she'll
very
say-
blunt.
But I appreciate that about
Yeah,
her.
You need
yeah.
that in a
Because
friend group.
Exactly. That means that I always know where you stand.
Mhm.
That means that I don't
Yeah.
have to guess how you feeling, what's
Mhm.
going on, blah, blah, because you like, listen, this what I got. This what's going on. This,
Mhm.
da, 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 you know, whatever. So I appreciate that about you. To me, that's just the realness of you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
I
like that.
still would like to have a little decorum with it, a little tact.
No,
And
you do.
sometimes
That's who you are.
Sometimes,
You have a little decorum and a little tact.
She's working on it.
Sometimes-
She's working on it.
I'm a work in progress. I am a work in progress. Sometimes it comes out more blunt than it needs to for somebody that I care about. Sometimes it literally comes out as something that needs to be said, but there's a certain way
A
that
softness.
it could have been stated. But in this group, like in order for me to really get you to understand where my heart is coming from, sometimes I have to be even more blunt than
Mhm.
I typically would with somebody like I really don't care about. Like, look, I'm gonna just hand this to you, take it or leave it.
How you want
But
it. Mhm.
I really want to, and it's my opinion,
Mhm.
but it's my opinion of how I really am viewing what you are delivering to me. And if it's something that I know for a fact you need to hear because it sounds like you getting advice from other people and they are just agreeing with you just to agree with you,
Mhm.
I'm not that person. I'm
Right,
not going to
exactly.
be that person that's going to be like, okay, well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, no, I get it. You're grown. You're going to do what you want to do.
Mhm.
You came to me. We're having this conversation. I'm going to give my most honest opinion of it. And then it's up to you to do
Right.
with whatever that information. But I know that sometimes it's not what you want to hear.
But it's what you need to hear.
Yeah.
I appreciate, I appreciate and that we are honest, and that I hope that in every friendship that we have, whether it's amongst us here or even our other friends that we may have, that there's that safe space to be honest with one another, because I would rather hear the truth from you than hear it, than hear a
someone
story
else.
from
Yeah.
somebody else or a lie from somebody else. I need to know the truth and what it is that your take on it, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm an adult. I'm gonna make my own decision on
Yeah.
whatever the situation is. But I appreciate your view on whatever it is. So I feel like that's a good thing. Don't ever.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
Mhm.
change that or think that that's a
I
bad
can't.
thing.
Oh, you can't teach
Yeah,
old dog new tricks. Y'all already know
Well,
that.
I don't really think that's a
It's
bad
in
thing,
me.
because it is like it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know
Friendships
sometimes.
require communication. Let
Yeah.
me say that.
And
So,
grace.
Yeah.
And grace.
Yeah. Because
So-
if you sit in silence and you're not saying anything, you see your friend going through something, or they've
Right.
made a decision where it's like, that's not even you. What are you doing?
Right.
And I sit back and watch. Don't call me a friend, because I'm not
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you destroying your
Yeah,
life.
right, your life.
And I'm like,
And I ain't saying nothing.
come
Just
on.
like, oh my gosh, look
Yeah,
at that.
look at that. What you, yeah. So
Yeah. Because then
communicate
you're
with
not
me.
a friend at
Yeah.
that point. You're not being a friend to
Okay.
that person.
But I have to say this, and only because I've been in so many different friend
Mhm,
situations that I've encountered so many different ways that a friendship could easily go left.
Mhm.
So I tell people all the time, like, if you are going to be a friend to me, you have to have some thick skin. You do. But in addition to that, you need to understand the type of friend that I am. I need to understand the type of friend that you are. I am not that type of person who is going to come to you every single time and be like, hey, so you need to let me know what's going on. I know something's going on.
Right.
If something is going on with you, or if there's something going on between us, I would expect that you would come and tell me,
Right.
not hold on to it until so many little things have happened
Yeah, and
that
then blow
now
up.
it's a big thing.
Right.
Because I've literally had a person who I was close to, and I did something to her. I had no idea, because I didn't look at it like that. Like, if you give me a gift, and if I give you a gift
Mm-hmm.
and you forget to say thank you, because I know what type of friend you are, I'm not going to take that personal.
Right.
I already know that you're grateful
That you're
for whatever
thankful,
it is
right.
that I do for you. I get thank you is something that you should say.
Mhm,
I get
mhm.
that. But I literally had a friend who it was almost like they were keeping record of the things that I was doing
Oh.
that bothered them.
Well, no, that's not a friend.
And so I hadn't spoken to this person, I mean, like literally, and in my mind, I have so much stuff going on that I don't even realize that we haven't had a real conversation. But I know I reached out to them about something to do with my child,
Mhm.
and they responded back and was like, "Hey, no, I can't really help with that anymore. I'm not in that position anymore. I've been doing such and such, such and such, such and such." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, no problem. Well, if you are able to help out, or if you know anybody, let me know." They took that as, I just told you that I'm on to a different venture. You didn't ask me, okay, what you got
What
going.
is that venture?
Now, I get it. We hadn't spoken. You got something going on in your life. I didn't inquire. But you see right now, I am in this rush to try to figure out a situation that I have going. So that's what I'm working on. That's my focus. We could have come back to whatever that was, or you could
need a
have
grace
just
in that moment.
or you could have just started giving me that information. Hey, this is what I'm working on. This is my new project. Hey, check this out. So I didn't inquire more. So that was a strike on me. I invited them to my son's graduation and they couldn't make it, but they sent a gift card. They mailed it to the house. I can't remember if my name was on it, his name was on it, whatever the case. This is a kid. I gave it to the kid and said, "Here, this is yours." They never got a thank you from us. That was strike two. So then another time I asked to, I think I said, "I don't have no luggage. I'm gonna have to borrow your luggage." And they said, "Oh, okay, that's not a problem." And then I ended up getting some luggage. So I never called them about the luggage again. I'm told I took off work and stayed at home and waited for you to come pick up this luggage that you never came to get. And I'm like,
You
"Did
didn't
you call me?"
call?
Yeah, but who keeps a record of wrongs that their friends or people in their lives are doing?
Most
I
people,
wouldn't write a piece
but
of paper of
again,
what
so
people are
when
doing
I tell
wrong.
you that sometimes I'm looking at certain friendships that I had, like, what was really going on here? Because when I finally found out all of this stuff, I'm sitting at my son's football game and I get a long email.
Mm.
A long email.
It sounds like they were trying to
Find the exit?
justify the long email. The long email was already a thing. They were just trying to get all the points that they wanted to include in the long email to get to the point of ending the friendship or whatever the end point is, because I'm not going to keep a record of what wrongs my friend have done. Half the time, I don't even, like, why are we going to argue over minor things, right?
But
It's
if
the
you're
big
a real
things. You like
friend,
choosing your battles.
yeah.
in
But if you're a
friendship,
real
too.
friend, you're going to have that conversation,
Right? But I ain't
then,
gonna
and
call
not
you about
keep
no
record.
luggage.
But it could be like, "Hey, girl, you didn't call me. Like I was waiting or something."
call me.
First, I'm not
Right.
taking off
Right.
work
Are
to
you
stay
still
at home
coming?
for you to come get a luggage.
Or I'll put it on my
as my
porch.
friend, you gonna know that.
Yeah.
Baby, you come in, the luggage gonna be at the door.
Nobody's coming all the way.
Yeah,
to where you
exactly.
are.
I know, right? I'm like, I'm not taking off work for no luggage. If you want the luggage, you gonna come get the luggage during my home hours.
Exactly.
Or it's with me where you can come pick it up.
Or you
Then
get
it's
it when
like-
I get off.
Exactly.
One thing about me is I ain't never trying to interfere with nobody's change. I'm
Right.
not getting ready to stop your coins over anything.
Mhm.
But when I got this email, I had text the person like, "Hey, are you not talking to me no more?" And I still didn't get a response. I sent them a message, "Hey, tell your mom I said happy birthday." Like in my mind,
Ain't
they're
nothing
just
wrong.
busy.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that's how I looked at it. When I got this email and the email is telling me all of these things that I've done, and it's telling me how they had to talk to their therapist about this. And the first thing that came to my mind is, if I got you on somebody's couch and I'm the topic, baby, let this friendship go. I don't
Yeah.
want that no more.
Yeah,
I
I
want
want
you
that
to
for
find
you as well. I want you to
whatever
find
piece you
peace.
need.
Right.
And that was literally like I got a long email. My response was this long. "I am so sorry for all that you felt. I apologize. I love you. I'm glad you're getting the help that you need." That was literally where I left it. I didn't go after nothing else. Number one, I felt like if we were a real friend, this would have been a conversation.
Yeah, and we would have already talked about it. There's no reason for me to keep a long, drawn out, months long thing of like, in January she did this, in February she did that, in March she did this. So by July I'm like about to blow a gasket.
And
like, no.
that's pretty much what it felt like, is that you were keeping record of
Mhm.
all of these things. Now, if these are the things that you needed from me in a friendship, I feel like you need to tell me what you need from me in a friendship.
Right.
Tell me that you need me to talk to you on a regular basis. I
Yeah.
need that from you. Maybe I'm that person that gets you going, that stops you from, and again, I'm not saying that about this particular person, but if I'm the person that jumpstarts your day, tell me you the person that jumpstarts my day.
But maybe you don't have that to give in a friendship. So like for instance, if you like what she was just using as an example, if you tell me that I'm the person that jumpstarts your day, and then I have to know whether or not I can jumpstart your day every day.
Yeah.
Like maybe I can't jumpstart
absolutely
every day.
cannot.
I'm trying to jumpstart my own day.
I absolutely cannot.
like both people have to have some form of
Yeah.
boundaries or some form of whatever, and then there has to be grace in that situation as well. Like we talk all the time, like me, Star and I talk all the time, so it's like, but on days where we don't talk, it's like there's no like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
talk
She
to her
didn't call me
Thursday.
today.
Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm not keeping a record of.
I be keeping track. I be like, friend ain't
I got a
dialed my phone, right?
voicemail. Oh my goodness, I got a voicemail for her one time. What else could you be doing besides answering my... I was like, oh my goodness.
I mean, that's the thing,
So-
too. I'm very territorial over my friends, okay? So, you don't answer my text, my phone call.
Call
what
another
are you
phone.
doing?
Exactly. What are you doing?
I
So,
do
yeah.
be getting those threats. Like, don't make me call your other phone.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
like, dude.
First, I don't
okay.
even say don't make me. I'm like, she ain't answer this one. Okay, she don't
No, I
have-
tell her,
especially if it's on
I
iPhone.
am calling
She
your
is
other
not
phone.
answering though. She has that Android with her all the time. I'm like, if you want to reach her, you gotta dial that Android. But if you want to FaceTime with her, like all of us, we gotta get on the iPhone.
I don't, again, I said it before. I don't know if y'all saw the last episode. I'm not your emergency contact.
The phone just beep.
And all of us know that, but we do know that if we need you, you're gonna be there.
I'm pulling
Oh,
up to the house.
she's giving you
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You need to move. She's giving you a U-Haul. She finding you a place to live.
Exactly.
Your
Everything.
kids don't got shoes. She buying
buying
them.
shoes.
Like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
is
absolutely.
Yeah.
literally like she is a savior.
She collects kids, if you didn't
Right.
hear that on the last
It's the last
episode.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she absolutely does.
I absolutely.
I think that's kind of why she also like is the type of friend she is, because like she's literally takes on
Yeah.
your whole family.
Your whole
Yeah.
family. I was
Like-
about to say your whole family.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
niece gets gifts. My, like she literally, her, like we will go to her house and we have a whole section
Right.
under her tree. Like, it's like
Right.
she literally takes on people,
Like the
their
whole
unit.
their
That's what I
whole
like
family.
about all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is because it's like we literally are like one ginormous family, and everybody's mama, everybody's dad,
Yeah.
everybody's
It took me a while to
kids,
get to that
everybody's-
because I was not that friend. You have kids, don't bring them to my house. I was until I actually had a kid, right? It took
Well,
me.
okay.
I was
I
the
can
one,
get
let's go
that
get
though.
our nails done. Let's go do this.
Yeah.
You want to go out.
But there's a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Exactly what you
it
were
took
saying.
me a while to become that friend. So I have friends where it's like, well, you don't, you're not here. You don't do this. And I'm like, I'm living my life. I don't have
Yeah.
no kids, whatever. But until I had my
Big mama,
daughter,
no kids.
it was big
Yeah, you
mama,
got
no
understanding
kids.
there. Right. You got understanding.
But I have
there.
understanding now.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why I said there are seasons in friendships.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it could be with that one friend that you're having different seasons with. Like, maybe I'm not that friend to go out with you this season.
Yeah.
But next
Right.
season, hey,
I'm ready to turn up.
I
Well,
want to
you
turn
know.
up or come over
Give me the
or
phone.
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it requires understanding. It requires grace.
Yeah.
You know, it requires letting go sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
you have to cut ties with people.
Right.
As much as that may hurt you or the other
Yeah.
person, you have to cut those ties.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
sometimes they just get stagnant. Friendships, it's like, okay, hey, how you doing? Good. Okay. Everybody, and then it's nothing.
Because it takes effort.
So it's like,
yeah,
yeah.
it takes effort on both parts to sustain a friendship.
Mhm.
And like your older friendships, you may not talk as much, but it just picks up right where it is. But it's because you have that foundation and that longevity and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like with everything, it takes intention, and it takes like I want to be there for my friends, but I also want my friends to be there for me as well. And once it starts to get a little lopsided, then that's when you're like, all right, I feel like I'm giving way more or doing way more or going way more, or like, are you actively, pouring into my life as well?
Right, right.
So,
Because there's times where your friends get quiet and they may not tell you what's going on, but because that's your friend,
you know
you
something's
know
wrong.
something's going
Exactly.
on.
Yeah.
I've sent her a text one time, star text, and it was just like, just a quick text, and she's like, she called. I don't like how how you read text. You can't send that text.
Right. She was like,
leave it alone.
hi. Just hi.
She's like, you can't say that and don't expect a call from me. And I'm
Absolutely.
like, but that right there again told me, like, you know what? She knows me well enough to say, wait, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? So you have to really, like you said, you have to pay attention to your friends. You have to show up and pour into them. And it's not always about you. And I had to realize that too. It's not always about me. I know I have things going on in life, but my friends do too. So if I want to be that friend, let me make sure I'm checking on them as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
I'm almost to my gummy bears, y'all.
Which means we're almost to the end of the show.
The gift that keeps on giving.
No, but I do appreciate true friendships. I appreciate the grace that is given. I appreciate all of the advice that is given. I love the fact that we will literally say, "Hey, this is my opinion, but I'm gonna ride with you, whatever your decision
whatever decision you make. 3105.
If you mad at him today, I'm mad at him today.
Right. Tomorrow we all right.
Tomorrow we all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
We all back to whatever.
Whatever you on.
That is where we are. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you're on, that's what I'm on. But it's hard when you have these friend groups, and within your friend groups, there's friend groups within that, and people can't understand sometimes that you click more with certain people.
Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't mean that we don't love you. It doesn't mean that we don't consider you a friend. You just sometimes have friendships within friendships, and when people can't accept that those things happen, that's when drama comes about.
Right.
I love that we align ourselves with women who don't want the drama, who understand that as women, we come together, we all have a good time, but sometimes we split up. I go to dinner with her. I go to dinner with her. Even within those friend groups, like sometimes it might just be me and LaTonya at dinner sometimes. Sometimes it might just be Renika and I. Sometimes it might just be Tam and I. That doesn't mean that there's an issue.
Yeah. We're not going behind each other like, you know, they went to dinner together.
Right.
And
I mean, I might say that. Like,
now
y'all know I wanted to go to the spa. But anyway.
I think it's time for another spa day, too. I know a good friendship day is at a spa.
Yes.
Where we are all really just getting our relaxation.
Relaxed.
Those are literally some of the best days. Husbands out there, if y'all listening, we would like a spa day.
Mic one.
Right, y'all. Look.
She's like, husband. She's totally like, somebody husband. Just want to make sure this thing is on, right?
So we can participate.
But no, it's, I think that maybe in certain situations, if you're listening to the things that we're saying, evaluate some of your friendships. Don't think that you have to keep people in your life because of longevity.
Right.
Don't feel like you have to keep people in your life because they're tied to a family member or because you have to see them. Learn how to deal with people the best way that you can, but always, always protect your peace. Make sure that the folks that you have in your life are people who pour into you, people who you feel like you can pour into, people who don't keep score.
Right.
You could buy them a million gifts and maybe they only gave you one. If that is what defines friendship for you, that's not your friend.
Yep.
So just always remember, if nothing else, look for those signs in people where you know that these are folks who are happy for you even when they're at their lowest point.
Absolutely.
Right.
People that want to see you thrive, want to see you grow. People that will cry with you, laugh with you, and that genuinely support you.
Right.
Yep.
Those are the ones that you call your friends. Learn about the term, really learn about the term friend. Don't use it so loosely with everybody because they don't deserve that title.
Right. Nope.
They really
Don't force nothing. Don't force no ponytail, get a new hairstyle. Don't force no friendship, get a new friend. Don't force no man, get a new man. I mean,
Right.
These are life lessons.
Because when they made one pony, they didn't make that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That being
drink to
said,
that.
cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
So I think that we finished episode number 2
we
already.
did. We did.
Yeah.
Grab a glass.
Oh,
What you doing?
This
Go
is
up.
crazy.
I got it.
All right.
Shout out to
well,
James Harden.
Shout
And the
out.
Prosecco.
This is beautiful.
Cheers.
Cheers. And we'll see you next time. 3 to 105.
105.
Bye.